On this page, you can see we have a screen grab of the homepage for the TSABAA website. We've got the members, sponsors, volunteer, events, career hub, about, and contact. Anytime we're talking about website optimization and reorganization, anything like that, we want to make sure we are doing things the best we can, asking ourselves the 6 questions so that way we can really understand the information, how we're trying to present it. So the questions we're going to ask ourselves are who, what, when, why, where, and how. These are going to guide us in our discovery of the information that we're currently presenting and help us figure out what we can do differently to change how we're presenting the information. So the TSABAA website actually does a very good job of answering a few of these questions. The first one, who is the target audience? Well, it's serving the Texas State Agency of the Fiscal Community. It's been doing so for more than 50 years, as you can see in the red square. Now, just because it answers some of these questions very well and very clear and concise does not mean that it's the best version of website. Next question is going to be, what is the message that we're trying to send? Talks about being the resource for the fiscal community, networking opportunities, continuing education, current information on state fiscal matters to its members. When are the important dates? All right, here when we start getting into the when question. This is where the website is kind of very vague and not very specific in different terms for sponsors and other areas. So for sponsorship, here's the terms. Not really any information though about applications or anything like that. If I'm a member and I want to know about the meetings, the last information for the bi-monthly meeting was for Wednesday, October 23rd, 2024. It's currently the end of January in 2025. So I'd like to know about other bi-monthly meetings, maybe the next one after October and the next one coming up, information like that. Maybe I want to join a committee through TSABAA. These are also very vague. We got time commitment ongoing for the fiscal year. That's kind of nice. 3 to 4 week period. Varies. So while this information might be pertinent to these specific committees, overall, if I'm looking for application deadlines or committee meeting dates or anything like that, it's very difficult to discern this information. Same thing here for conferences. It's very clear when you guys say typically held in June, July, or August. But we are 4 months away from June, and no conference information has been posted as of today. All TBD. So where can anyone find the relevant information for the website? Well, the website does do a good job about that, about having all information up top. But if I don't know what I'm looking for, there's no menus, there's no drop-down menus, there's no specifics, there's no information other than members, sponsors, volunteers, events, career hub, about, contact. So if I'm new to the website, if I'm trying to navigate and I'm not exactly sure where I should go, I'm going to have to go through each of these different tabs. Okay, so why are we offering the information through TSABAA? What is TSABAA? What is the mission statement? Again, this does a very good job of having the purpose, the objectives, and the learning on the About page. But as you can see, that's kind of it. There's not really much else on this page. How question, how can we improve our lines of communication through our website? This is the contact page, and this is it. I added these little question marks because it kind of made the screen less blank and white and empty, but what's going on here? All right, so we've asked ourselves these questions. We want to improve the website. We want to go through it and make changes. We need to talk about how that's going to be done. Okay, there's a triangle of excellence. We've got the cost efficiency, ease of use, and the aesthetic. Cost efficiency, as I'm sure everyone's heard, you can't have all 3 things the same. You can have good and fast, but it ain't cheap, or fast and cheap, but it ain't good, and so on. Okay, so now for ease, for a website specifically, especially when you're dealing with a wide range of population from intellect and age and background and all the different things, you want to make anything that you're using so easy a monkey could do. I can't tell you how many times I've had to deal with people calling me on my phone trying to have me walk them through a website that I've been in charge of, and it could be the easiest website ever, or it could be the most complex website ever. They're still going to have questions. They're going to struggle to figure it out. So you want to make that burden less on them. Here's an example of two different dog grooming websites. So the aesthetic matters. This website has different menus, different options, has a good picture set variety. You can see different types of dogs. They've got a nice blue neutral color. You got all the information, boom, all here. This website, empty space, only one dog pictured, a nice blurb, and phone number, and connect with them on socials. I'm sure these have hyperlinks, but two very different websites, very different companies, and lots of different information displayed differently. All right, so when we're talking about websites, we're talking about looking at things. There's studies, right? And so the studies are about the views and how people perceive the screens and the pictures they're looking at. So basically, all this is talking about is when people are looking at a screen, their eyes are naturally going to find the things that are important to them. The important meaning, the important piece of information that they're trying to find, they're naturally going to discover it. This is evidenced in their example images. Okay, they used an image of the kitchen, and they used eye tracking software to map people's eye movements, as well as the attention that they were paying to the picture in the image. And this was the most important part of the picture, and this is where people focus their attention. Okay, so they're going to, regardless of the information that's on the screen, their eyes are going to be in the center, searching the center, looking in the center, finding the most important meaning for what they're looking for. Okay, so all we have to do is help give them a website that brings everything to the center and helps them find the meaning fast. All right, so here's some recommendations, the different pathways you guys can take with optimizing your website and changing it. Definitely, I recommend you guys outsourcing and continuing a contract with probably a new vendor. So in regards to finding a new vendor, you want to have somebody who can listen to you and will help you guys go through the different data points of what is best for a website. So there's a 3-click rule for websites. This is a lot of information, but basically it's kind of summed up with the 3-click rule states that all information on a website should be able to be accessed within 3 clicks, or on a page at least. However, studies have shown this has been debunked. This is kind of more of just people's mindsets initially with website designs when websites were launched originally. Realistically, what you want with your clicks, websites should provide users with quality clicks with clear directions and intentional destinations. You want them to be able to look at the screen, find the meaning, click where they're going. All right, when we're talking about those drop-down menus and the top informational pieces, there's 2 different theories for the menus on a website. There's the flat and the deep. There's no specific correct right or wrong way to do those. It's more about what information are you trying to present and how much do you guys have information-wise to present, and that will make it more specific on which one you guys would choose. If you guys have a lot of information, it's probably better to do the flat. If you guys have a little bit of information and it's easier to distinguish and be specific, probably the deep. So this is an example of a mega menu. This is what a lot of websites have, a lot of big stores have online. If you go to the website and you click on the menu, and then boom, you've got all the information. Everything's here. You can see gifts for her. You can see gifts by interest. You can see wedding gifts. You can see games and puzzles. You can see anything. However, this is a lot. This is a lot of information, and we're going to find the information we want, but it could be slightly better. We've got our direct drop-down menus. Okay, so this is the menu right here. This is on the About page, and you just hover over it, and you can kind of see there's the different menus where we're going to go, and these two specifically have other specific drop downs, and you can determine that by seeing the arrow, and you'll just know, oh, okay, there's more information for me here. All right, so looking at your guys' specific website, definitely I think you guys need an information regroup. You guys need to recategorize. This is the TSABAA's homepage. I scrolled down from the giant picture, and just a bunch of wasted space. This is information. These are links to different areas, but all of this is just a lot of inefficient space. So definitely when you guys are going through this, you want to make sure that you guys are choosing your own rocket ship. You guys can have this one, simple, straightforward, gets the job done. You can have a little bit more guidance and detail, or you can have a little bit of a mixture. But we want to make sure what we're doing with websites is guiding the users intentionally with our clicks in a clear and concise way.